Eraserhead, Shota Aizawa, also known by the alias Eraserhead, is the homeroom teacher of Class 1A. He is famous for his exhausted appearance and perpetual dark circles under his eyes, making him look constantly sleep-deprived, but do not let that demeanor deceive you. Aizawa is one of the most dangerous practical combat heroes of the current generation. A man of few words, reserved and extremely strict, Aizawa enforces iron discipline in training his students. It is often said he has expelled the most students in UA's history, but to him that is not cruelty. It is a way to ensure only those who can truly become heroes are allowed to proceed. His quirk Erasure allows him to nullify the abilities of others with just a glance. If an opponent falls into Aizawa's line of sight, their quirk is immediately erased, rendering them powerless. He can even affect multiple people at once, and the effect persists for a few seconds even if he no longer looks directly at the target. However, Aizawa must keep his eyes open continuously to maintain the effect, because a single blink will cancel the quirk and the opponent will immediately regain their power. To counteract this weakness, he always wears special goggles that conceal his line of sight, making it impossible for enemies to know when they are locked onto. Because his quirk is non-offensive, Aizawa compensates with close-quarters combat skills and the mastery of his capturing weapon, a type of special steel wire alloy binding cloth. With this tool, he can tie up, pull, or neutralize multiple enemies simultaneously, combining it with speed and precise reflexes to control the entire battlefield. In the final battles, Aizawa played a crucial role in stopping Tomura Shigaraki. When Shigaraki inherited the power of All for One, he could disintegrate anything with a touch, but thanks to Aizawa's erasure, that ability was nullified for most of the battle. He continuously maintained his quirk despite severe injuries, even severing his own leg, to prevent the disintegration from spreading, keeping Shigaraki from using his destructive power. His resilience saved countless heroes and transformed Eraserhead into the invisible pillar on the battlefield. Gran Torino is a former UA teacher, and the man who directly trained All Might. Despite his old age and official retirement as a pro hero, he continued to operate in the hero world for many years, leaving a deep mark on 2 generations from All Might to Midoriya. Do not let the appearance of a short old man fool you, because with his quirk jet, Gran Torino remains an extremely agile and dangerous fighter. By releasing compressed air through holes in the soles of his boots, he can fly, accelerate, and change direction even in confined spaces, moving at speeds the naked eye cannot follow. This ability allows him to deliver extremely fast and precise attacks, combining speed, technique, and vast combat experience. Even All Might once admitted that Gran Torino could move so fast he could not see him, and Midoriya witnessed this firsthand during his training. More than just a teacher, Gran Torino is also an inspiration to the new generation of heroes. He helped Midoriya understand that the true strength of One for All lies not in its raw power, but in the ability to control and utilize it properly. However, the jet quirk has clear limits. Gran Torino can only sustain high speeds for a short time because the airflow he creates depends on his own lung capacity and breath. As a battle prolongs, his speed will gradually decrease, but his experience and reflexes still keep any foe wary. Nezu, aka Mr. Principal, is a pro hero and the principal of UA High School. Nezu is a rare case where an animal possesses a quirk. He has the appearance of an anthropomorphic mouse, but is actually rumored to be a combination of a mouse, dog, and bear, making him a one-of-a-kind chimera. As a result, Nezu possesses superior senses, particularly his hearing and smell. His quirk is named High Specs, a power that has elevated Nezu's intellect and reasoning ability far beyond any human. This allows him to think, speak, and live life like a true human being. Nezu dedicates the majority of his intellect to managing and operating UA, ensuring a balance between heroic ideals and educational responsibilities. In the final exams arc, Nezu proved his intelligence is not just theoretical. He used High Spec to devise a strategy so complex it left the students nearly defenseless. Every one of their moves was within his calculations, showing that intellect can also become a terrifying kind of power. Power Loader? Power Loader is a pro hero specializing in rescue and excavation and an active teacher in the support course. He is a short, slender man who looks much younger than his actual age. His most recognizable features are his oversized hands and his distinctive hero costume, a yellow hard hat with rectangular metallic claws on the front. His quirk is named Iron Claw, allowing his fingers to transform into L-shaped iron claws used for digging and piercing tough materials. However, Power Loader's true strength lies not only in his quirk, but also in the advanced excavation machines developed by himself and his support course students. In combat, Power Loader often creates systems of underground tunnels and weakens the ground around the battle area, making it easy for opponents to fall into a trap with just one wrong step. His tactics require high precision and perfect coordination with support equipment, which is the forte of a veteran engineer. Although not a prominent figure on the front lines, Power Loader is the heart of the support course, the one who quietly stands behind countless inventions, designs, and hero costumes that UA is always proud of. Midnight. Nemuri Kayama, known by the alias Midnight, is a pro hero and the modern hero history teacher at UA. She is famous for her classic dominatrix-style hero costume, leading many to misunderstand her true nature. Despite her bold appearance, Midnight is a serious educator respected by both colleagues and students. Her quirk, Somnambulist, allows her body to secrete a purple sleep-inducing mist when her skin is exposed to the air, giving Midnight a distinct advantage in close-range battles. Anyone who inhales this mist falls into a deep sleep almost immediately. This effect is described as being more potent on males than females, giving Midnight a clear edge against male opponents. Instead of direct attacks, she focuses on subduing and neutralizing targets, using precision and composure to control the entire situation. The only way to counter this mist is to cover the nose and mouth, or wear a respirator like Mineta once did during training, which completely reduces or nullifies her effect. When facing opponents with protective measures, Midnight struggles as her close-quarters combat ability is not very strong. When necessary, she uses her whip to attack or maintain a safe distance. And regrettably, during the Paranormal Liberation War, Midnight sacrificed herself on the battlefield, concluding the journey of a brave and compassionate heroine. Snipe. Snipe is a pro hero who embodies the classic Western cowboy style with his wide-brimmed hat, gas mask, and distinctive red cloak. He is a teacher for the third-year students at UA, specializing in long-range targeting and hostage rescue, a role that demands absolute precision. His quirk is named Homing, which allows every bullet he fires to automatically fly toward the target within a range of up to 600 meters as long as Snipe has locked his sight onto them. This ability combines perfectly with the customized gun he always carries, helping him quickly take down opponents without causing harm to civilians. The only limitation is that Snipe cannot adjust the bullet's trajectory after firing, so he cannot precisely control the exact point of impact. During the USJ, Incident Snipe proved Homing's effectiveness by subduing multiple villains and ensuring student safety despite being suddenly attacked by the League of Villains. Furthermore, he also uses smoke grenades for stealth or battlefield control, which is why he always wears a gas mask as part of his hero costume. Unfortunately, this hero has nothing to compensate for his lack of close-quarters combat ability, and his shots also do not carry much force. Present Mike. Hisashi Yamada, known by the alias Present Mike, is an energetic pro hero, and the English teacher at UA. He is a person who always wants everything around him to be lively and full of energy, famous for his explosive voice and distinct, vibrant style, appearing with long, swept-back blonde hair goggles, a leather jacket, and a directional speaker mounted around his neck, which helps him amplify his signature power. His quirk is Voice, which allows him to amplify the volume of his voice to ultrasonic levels, creating sound waves that can shatter glass, hurl objects, and incapacitate enemies. With just one scream, Present Mike can tear an opponent's eardrums or make them collapse due to loss of balance. Thanks to the directional speaker equipment around his neck, he can control and focus the sound waves onto targets, avoiding impact on allies when fighting in crowded environments. However, using his quirk for too long can cause a sore throat and loss of voice, forcing him to be judicious when fighting for extended periods. Furthermore, his sound is virtually ineffective in enclosed or underground environments, causing Present Mike difficulty when facing opponents capable of moving beneath the surface. Nonetheless, he remains a reliable hero capable of dealing with multiple enemies simultaneously. With his enthusiastic, cheerful, and energetic personality present, Mike is not only the voice that livens the atmosphere at UA, but also the vibrant spirit of an entire generation of young heroes. Hound Dog. Ryo Inui, known by the alias Hound Dog, is a pro hero and the school counselor at UA. Thanks to his quirk, he possesses the appearance and instincts of a true hunting dog, along with a short and difficult-to-control temper. His quirk dog grants Hound Dog all the biological characteristics and senses of a dog, including super-sensitive smell and hearing, along with fur claws and agile movement. Despite his large muscular build, he can accurately detect the location and number of people around him using only scent and sound, transforming him into a perfect tracking and locating tool in reconnaissance or rescue missions. However, his strong animal instincts often cause Hound Dog to lose control when angered, stammering, and acting like a maddened beast. That is also why he always wears a muzzle as part of his hero costume, both to protect others and to keep himself calm. Beyond combat, Hound Dog is responsible for psychological counseling and student behavior management, helping young heroes overcome stress and fear after battles. Although we have never seen his full combat strength displayed with his superior senses and quick reflexes, Hound Dog is considered one of UA's most silent yet reliable protectors. Cementoss. Ken Ishiyama, also known by the alias Cementoss, is a pro hero and the modern literature teacher at UA. At first glance, he looks like an anthropomorphic cement block with a square body and a stern face. Although the subject he teaches has nothing to do with combat, Cementoss's quirk is one of the most useful abilities in the entire academy. His quirk Cementoss allows him to manipulate any cement-based material he touches. He cannot create new cement, but he can transform the shape, size, and structure of existing cement at will. With just this ability, Cementoss can erect gigantic concrete walls, create defensive battlegrounds, or tightly entrap opponents within constantly shifting cement blocks. In combat, he flexibly combines offense and defense, creating obstacles while controlling the space around him to gain a tactical advantage. Furthermore, Cementoss is frequently called upon to build and repair UA's training grounds, as he can restore entire destroyed structures in just a few minutes. Due to the nature of his quirk, Cementoss is especially strong in urban environments where cement and concrete are everywhere. However, in natural areas like forests or plains, he is almost unable to exert his full strength. 13. Anon Kurose, known by the alias 13, is a pro hero specializing in rescue and a teacher at UA who often works at the USJ, the Academy's disaster simulation training facility. This facility is designed for students to familiarize themselves with dangerous situations, and 13 is the one who guides them to learn how to save people amidst chaos. Her hero costume is designed like a white astronaut suit with a black helmet and distinctive yellow boots. Her quirk is Black Hole, allowing 13 to create small black holes at her fingertips that can suck in and disintegrate any matter at the atomic level. Everything sucked in turns to dust, and the gravitational pull is so strong even light cannot escape. Consequently, this power is incredibly useful in rescue missions, as she can vacuum up rubble or prevent an accident from spreading in mere seconds. However, precisely because Black Hole is too dangerous, 13 rarely uses it in combat. She often cuts off the quirk's activation the moment an opponent gets too close to avoid causing casualties to others, though this sometimes puts her at a disadvantage. During the USJ incident, when the League of Villains attacked UA, 13 directly confronted them to protect the students. Despite being severely wounded after being attacked by Kurogiri, that brave act clearly showed her true nature, a hero who prioritizes the lives of others above her own. Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm is a pro hero and the mathematics teacher at UA, famous for his cold demeanor, a dark cloak, and a black helmet that completely covers his face. Few know that he lost both his legs in a previous battle and now uses mechanical prosthetics to continue his hero mission. Ectoplasm's motto is quantity over quality, and it is ironic that he teaches mathematics, a subject where absolute precision is always paramount. His quirk is clones, which allows him to secrete a special ectoplasm from his mouth and then mold it into perfect copies of himself. Normally, he can create up to 30 clones, but in good condition or with intense focus, that number can reach 36 copies. These clones share the same consciousness as the original body, allowing him to see, hear, and react through them at any distance. Additionally, he can release a large amount of the substance to form a giant version of himself used to surround or imprison opponents within the body. This power helps him control crowds, capture criminals, or assist in rescue during complex situations. Thanks to his flexible quirk and high tactical ability, Ectoplasm is one of UA's most reliable practical combat teachers. Vlad King. Vlad King is the homeroom teacher of Class 1B. He has a muscular physique, wears an eye-covering mask, and dons a blazing red hero costume, the color symbolizing his signature quirk blood control. Even without using his power, Vlad King already possesses physical strength and speed, far exceeding the average person, making him an extremely dangerous close-quarters fighter. His quirk blood control allows him to control the entire amount of blood that leaves his body at will. His hero costume is specially designed with a tubing system attached throughout his body, which collects and projects blood outward through openings on his gloves. When activated, Vlad King can control the direction flow and even the consistency and hardness of the blood, transforming it into an offensive weapon or a tool to restrain enemies. He can also reabsorb all that blood in the blink of an eye, immediately restoring his body's state without suffering any harm. What is particularly notable is that even losing a massive amount of blood, which would be fatal to an ordinary person, seems to have no effect on his combat performance or vitality. For this reason, he is an exceptionally persistent hero, capable of holding his ground and fighting continuously in prolonged confrontations. All Might Toshinori Yagi, also known by the title All Might, is the #1 hero of Japan and the symbol of peace for the entire world. He is the perfect embodiment of a classic superhero, with the spirit and demeanor straight out of American comics, always appearing with a radiant smile, a confident voice, and the absolute belief that a hero must save everyone no matter the circumstances. All Might possesses the quirk One for All, a power passed down from person to person, allowing the user to stockpile and enhance physical strength across generations. Initially, Toshinori was an ordinary person without a quirk, but after inheriting One for All, he became the greatest hero icon in history. Each successive user further strengthened One for All, making the quirk increasingly immense and beyond human limits. Thanks to One for All Might has phenomenal strength, speed, reflexes, and durability enough to defeat almost any foe with a single punch. His moves are often named after major American cities such as Detroit Smash, Texas Smash, or California Smash, showcasing his international heroic inspiration. The strongest attack the United States of Smash was the final punch All Might delivered in the battle against All for One, containing the entirety of his remaining one-for-all power. That punch created a massive explosion, blowing away everything around them and marking the final victory of the symbol of peace as well as the end of All Might's golden age. After the battle, his body was completely exhausted, and he could only maintain his hero form for short periods. Though unable to continue operating as a pro hero, All Might did not stop. He became the foundational heroics teacher at UA, passing on his experience and ideals to the next generation, especially his successor, Midoriya. In the final war, even after losing his strength, All Might did not stand aside. He fought against All for One once more, with all his courage utilizing tactics, technology, and unwavering will to protect the young generation of heroes. That moment proved that the symbol of peace does not come from physical strength, but from an unyielding will. Though his era has closed, All Might's radiance does not fade. He shaped the hero world, inspired millions of people, and left a timeless legacy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos.